Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to the broadcast of news at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. You can also follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. Now the major headlines. National news. Boko Haram kills 3 CJTF operatives in Adamawa village attack as NSCDC dismantled illegal fluoride mining sites in Dumne, Song local government of Adamawa State. Zulum signed executive order on 3 felon amidst renewed Borno attack. Wike highlights Tinubu's infrastructure impact in FCT as NBA refuses 300 million naira refund over Rivers Conference relocation. International news. Israeli air strike kills 146 as Gaza war escalates as UN warns of ethnic cleansing. Business news. Court rules that FCCPC lacks power to fix paid TV prices in support multi-choice rights. Entertainment news. 16-year-old David Oke co-hosts 2025 AMVCA hailed as rising entertainment star. Sport news. Governor Mbah seeks Guinness partnership to boost sports in Enugu State. My name is Bridget James, and now the news in full. Suspected Boko Haram terrorist attack Kulde village in Hong local government area of Adamawa State on Friday evening, killing 3 members of the civilian joint task force and setting several houses on fire. The incident occurred around 6:25 p.m. during a routine patrol by the local security volunteers. Security forces later arrived at the scene and recovered the bodies of the slain CJTF operatives. The village is located near the Sambisa forest, close to Borno State border. In a related report, operatives of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in Adamawa State have dismantled illegal mining sites in Dumne, seizing over 30 tons of unlawfully mined fluorides and arresting multiple suspects. In a major crackdown aligned with the national directive to curb illegal mining activities. Psalm TV correspondent Ujoma Yusuf completes the report.
CC operatives ban illegal mining in Adamawa. In line with the directive of Commandant General of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Dr. Abubakar Ahmed Audi, to clamp down on illegal mining activities across the country. The Adamawa State Command, under the leadership of Commander Idris Tahiru, has recorded a major breakthrough.
In line with the Commandant General's Abubakar Ahmed Audi, PhD MNI, order to clamp down on all forms of illegal mining across the country, the Adamawa State Command, under the leadership of Commander Idris Tahiru Bande, has once again recorded a major success in enforcing the national policy, acting on a credible intelligence and unwavering commitment of our operatives. A substantial quantity, approximately 30 tons of fluoride, a highly valuable mineral resource that was seized in Dumne, a development area in some local government area of Adamawa State. This seizure marks the second time within a short span that our command has intercepted illegally sourced mineral resource in the area. Let me be unequivocal, illegal mining remains banned in Adamawa State, and also who chose to do so is doing same as a criminal activity and is violation against the law and will be made to face the full weight of justice. The command is fully aligned with the Commandant General's directive to rid our communities of economic saboteurs who exploit our resources without due process, thereby endangering both the environment and national economy. We are sending a clear stand the individuals and groups involved in illegal operations deceased immediately. Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps will not relent in its mission to protect the integrity of Nigerian mineral resources and to ensure the mining activities are conducted within the ambit of law. We wish to commend gallant effort of our operatives and also urge the public to continue partnering with the Corps by providing timely, actionable information that will aid our operations.
Acting on credible intelligence and alignment with the National Mining Policy, NSCDC operatives successfully dismantled illegal mining sites in Dumne, Adamawa State. During operation, over 30 tons of illegal mine fluoride were recovered, valued at several millions of naira. Several suspects were also apprehended during the raid and are currently in custody. Investigations are ongoing and charges are expected to be filed soon. The operation marks a significant step of the ongoing efforts of the Adamawa State government and the NSCDC to combat illegal mining and protect the environment. Authorities have reiterated that illegal mining remains banned in Adamawa State. I am Ojoma Yusuf reporting for SOM TV.
Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum has signed 2 executive orders banning indiscriminate tree felling and establishing a monthly sanitation day to combat environmental degradation and improve public health. The move comes amid renewed insecurity in the state, as suspected ISWAP fighters kill at least 23 farmers and fishermen in Malam, Karanti, near Baga. The victims, mostly from Goza, were accused of collaborating with a rival Boko Haram faction, despite reportedly paying levies to farm and fish in the area. Authorities have condemned such arrangements with insurgent warning they endanger civilian lives. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has said President Bola Tinubu is addressing the needs of FCT residents through significant roads and infrastructure projects. Speaking during an inspection of roads in Gwagwalada and Kwali Area Council on Friday, Wike expressed satisfaction with residents' positive reactions and described their enthusiasm as a validation of the renewed hope agenda. He praised the quality of ongoing projects, including in Satellite Town, and credited Tinubu's leadership for the progress. Wike noted that with adequate support and resources from the President, the ministry is effectively delivering on its promises. The Nigerian Bar Association has reaffirmed its decision not to refund 300 million naira contributed by former Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara for the 2025 Annual General Conference. The conference was originally planned for Port Harcourt, but was relocated to Enugu in protest against President Bola Tinubu's suspension of Fubara and the appointment of Vice Admiral Ibok Etsey Ibas, retired, as sole administrator. Following demands by Ibas for a refund, the NBA maintained that the funds were not paid as a guarantee for hosting rights. NBA President Afam Osigbe stated the association cannot recognize or cooperate with the governments installed through what it viewed as unconstitutional means. The federal government declared 2.3 million households for payments under its conditional cash transfer program. Following a revalidation exercise to enhance the scheme integrity, the initiative launched in 2023 after the removal of fuel subsidies aimed to support 15 million vulnerable households, but has faced delays with only 37% reached so far. NIMC Director General Obisoye Koka Odusoye emphasized the importance of biometric verification to prevent fraud, stating that identity checks are essential to ensure only eligible Nigerians benefit. Presidential advisor Tokpe Fasua acknowledged implementation delays but stressed the need for accuracy over speed. A gas explosion at the plumbing sections of Onitsha Heads Bridge Market on Friday has claimed 1 life and injured 6 others, according to Anambra State Police. Police spokesperson SP Tochukwu Ikenga said the incident occurred when a welding gas cylinder exploded due to excessive heat during use. The injured are receiving hospital treatment while the deceased has been taken to a morgue. Police have secured the area to prevent looting, and the State Police Commissioner Ikoye Orutugu has called for stricter safety measures and regular inspection of gas equipment to prevent future tragedies. Genite Health Competitions and CEO Africa have urged Health Minister Professor Mohammed Ali Pett to promote fairness and dialogue among healthcare professionals, congratulating him on his global recognition. The praised his reform in primary care, malaria control, local drug production, and collaborative health care. They also reaffirmed support for achieving universal health coverage in Nigeria. The Welfare Minister of the Mountain of Fire and Miracle Ministries has empowered numerous members nationwide with business equipment such as sewing and grinding machines, deep freezers, and cash gifts. It also distributed food items and other essentials following a free fish farming training. A participant received starter pack to launch their ventures. The ministry further supports education by awarding scholarship to brilliant underprivileged students and covering school fees for children of deceased pastors. It also assists members with hospital bills, rents, and skill acquisition training as part of an initiative driven by the General Overseer, Dr. Daniel Olukoya. At an executive roundtable in Lagos organized by the Development Bank of Nigeria, stakeholders called for greater private sector involvement in climate financing to address Africans' vulnerability to climate change. Despite contributing the least to global emissions, Africans remain highly exposed due to limited adaptive capacity. NCC Director General Dr. Nkiruka Maduekwe urged the development of country-specific green projects and emphasized leveraging Nigerians' population for renewable energy growth. DBN Managing Director Tony Okpanachi highlighted the need for local resource mobilization, noting DBN's GCF accreditation and impact in reducing over 60,000 metric tons of CO2. Participants stressed that public funds alone cannot meet green development needs. The National Universities Commission has accredited all 28 academic programs at Zamfara State University, Talata Mafara. According to a statement from the university's management, the accreditation exercise took place from February 16 to 26, 2025. Of the programs assessed, 20 received full accreditation, while 8 were granted interim status. The university attributed this achievement to its dedication to academic excellence and thanked the Zamfara state government for its support, particularly in providing the necessary funding and resources. The Nigerian Bar Association has criticized Kano State ban on live political broadcast and restriction on media interviews, calling it unconstitutional. The NBA accused the state government of overstepping its authority, noting that only the National Broadcasting Commission can regulate broadcast content. It urged an immediate reversal of the directive, warning it undermined free speech and democratic principle. The Ebonyi State Police commanders arrested Chibuke Solomon, a member of a three-man car theft syndicate, while he attempted to sell a stolen vehicle. The bus, originally taken from a private school in Abuja in March 2025, had been re-registered on Solomon's name. Military camouflage uniforms were also recovered during the operation in Ezza South local government. Efforts are ongoing to apprehend other gang members. The police urged the public to register their vehicles on the Nigerian Police Register Central Motor Registry for easier tracking of stolen vehicles. Governor Basi Otu has unveiled Traces of Time as the theme for the 2025 Carnival Calabar during a ceremony in Abuja, marking the 20th anniversary of Africa's renowned street festival. The event was attended by former governors Donald Duque and Leo Omokwe, top political figures, tourism experts, and foreign dignitaries. Governor Otu praised the carnival's founders and contributors, emphasizing its cultural and economic value, while introducing new features including the Junior Carnival and regional editions. Officials and cultural ambassadors highlighted the carnival's global appeal, economic potentials, and alignment with development goals as preparations begin for the December celebration in Calabar. The Ekiti state government has received 110 solar-powered pumps and accessories to construct an equal number of water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities in 55 schools and 55 health centers across the state. Commissioner for Infrastructure and Public Utilities, Professor Mobolaji Oluko, said the initiative is part of the World Bank-supported SOWASH programs aimed at improving access to wash services in undeserved communities. Aluko highlighted ongoing effort to power state dams with dedicated energy sources and called for community ownership of public facilities to ensure sustainability and improve service delivery. Sokoto State Governor Dr. Ahmed Aliyu has reiterated the ban on the sale of liquor and other intoxicants in the state, commending the Hisbah board for recent seizure and destructions of such substances. Speaking at the commissioning of the rebuilt Shagari Juma Mosque, he reaffirmed that Hisbah operation will continue lawfully and with respect for human rights. The governor also revealed that 63 Jamus mosques are currently being reconstructed, with monthly stipends provided to mosque officials. He urged communities to maintain religious facilities, while dignitaries at the event pressed the state's commitment to spiritual and infrastructural development. Bauchi State recently held the groundbreaking ceremony for its Oil and Gas Academy in Alkari, led by Petroleum Minister Haniken Lokpobiri, to train youth for career in the energy sector. The state also approved a new salary and welfare package for health workers to address staff shortages. Both initiatives reflect Governor Bala Muhammad's focus on economic development and improved public services. Similarly, the College of Petroleum and Energy Studies in Kaduna is nearly complete and ready for commissioning. According to the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Honorable Umperike Epo, during a facility tour, He praised its modern infrastructure and urged the shift to clearer energy sources. The PTDF, which oversees the project, plans to begin academic activities soon, with international partnerships and training programs already in place to strengthen local capacity in the oil and gas sector. Troops of Operation Safe Haven have neutralized 2 suspected bandits in Nemeledu community, Gimbi district of Wase local government area, Plateau State. According to OPSH media officer Major Samson Nyakom, the operation followed a tip-off about bandit movements. Troops ambushed the suspects, killing 2 and recovering a fabricated AK-47 rifle. OPSH urged continued public support in efforts to eliminate criminal elements from the state. Stakeholders are calling for urgent security intervention and stronger community action to restore safety and stability in Benue State, where worsening insecurity has devastated education and agriculture. Over 120 people were killed in April alone as armed attack spread across multiple local government areas. Farming communities have been displaced, leading to severe food shortages and loss of livelihood. Educational institutions such as the Federal College of Education, Odugbo, and the Federal University of Health Sciences, Otopo, have suspended operations due to threats to students and staff. With enrollment drastically dropping, the crisis has left many young people without access to schooling and families struggling to survive. The Jigawa State Police Commander secured an 80-year-old woman kidnapped in Kano State and neutralized 5 suspected kidnappers in a coordinated operation in Garki local government area. Acting on intelligence security operatives raided multiple hideouts, resulting in the arrest of 5 suspects, including the alleged kingpin, and the recovery of weapons and motorcycles. The victim, Hajara, was rescued unharmed and no ransom was paid or casualties recorded among the operatives. 2 youth groups in Gombe State, the Gombe State Youth Discussion Cycle and the Coalition of Gombe State Youth Movement, have urged Governor Muhammadu Inuwa to support Engineer Aliyu Muhammad combat bid for the 2027 governorship election. At a joint press conference, the group praised Combat's leadership qualities, philanthropic efforts, and commitment to youth empowerment. They describe him as suitable successor to continue the governor's legacy and pledged to mobilize support for his campaign, citing his vision and energy as key to Gombe State's future progress. The Lagos State Police commanders confirmed that 89 men seen in the Ibeju-Lekki area are legitimate workers employed at the Dangote refinery, dispelling social media rumors. Police PRO CSP Benjamin Hundeyin stated the men were recruited from Katsina State by a contractor and no illegal activity was found. The workers had valid identification and the contractors verified their employment. Commissioner of Police CP Mashood Jimo assured the public there was no security threat and reaffirms the command's commitment to maintaining law and order in the state. 2 Bayelsa fathers are demanding justice after their sons, both recent Niger Delta University graduates, were brutally killed by suspected cultists. The victims, Ayoko Celia, 21, and Durekla Thomas, 24, were attacked in several incidents involving machetes and gunfire. The families accused local vigilantes of responding too late and alleged police have begun releasing key suspects, including a driver linked to the attackers. Both fathers insist their sons were innocent and are calling on the government to ensure the perpetrators are prosecuted. Kogi State Deputy Governor, Comrade Joel Salifu, has denied involvement in an alleged assault on the 3 members of the Social Democratic Party in July. In a statement issued by his press secretary, Enubi Emmanuel, Salifu dismissed the accusation made by SDP member Omore Apolua as baseless. He attributed the incidents to internal conflicts within the SDP, which he described as a divided party lacking cohesion. Lafi urged the SDP to focus on resolving its internal issues and avoid inciting public discourse through false allegations. Delta State has sent a 1,100 members delegation to Ogun State for the 2024 National Sport Festival, aiming to defend its title. The contingent includes 704 athletes, 160 technical officials, 16 officiating personnel, and 220 support staff. Before their departure from Asaba, Sports Commission Chairman Onoride Obori encouraged the team to uphold discipline and maintain the state's winning legacy. Delta, which won the last 4 editions, topped the 2022 medal table with 280 goals despite past controversies. Over medal counts, the state remains the dominant force in the festival history. 2 suspected kidnappers were apprehended on Friday by local hunters in Owo, Ondo State. A video posted online showed the suspects tied up and being questioned by residents. With weapons, cutlasses, and drinks found at the scene. According to a resident, the hunters raided the gang's bush hideouts, leading to the arrests while other members fled. The Ondo State Police commanders acknowledged the video and confirmed an investigation is on the way. Governor Ademola Adeleke has dispatched top officials from the Osun State Ministries of Rural Development, Works, and the O-RAM project to assess a poorly constructed roads in local communities. Following on-site inspections and discussions with residents, the team conveyed the governor's directive for an urgent review and remedial actions in line with quality standards. Engagement with contractors and project managers are ongoing, and the officials are expected to report back by Monday for further government action. As Governor Alex Otti of Abia State marks 2 years in office, he reaffirms his commitment to accelerating development, emphasizing priorities such as salaries, healthcare, education, and livelihoods over infrastructure. Speaking during the Thanksgiving service in Umuahia, Otti highlighted progress in over 200 primary healthcare centers and ongoing upgrades to government facilities, with plans for a new governor's office and lodge on the way. In support, Abia Natural Chairman Chief Amobi Orehe launched a statewide sensitization tour, rallying transport union members behind Otti's 2027 re-election bid. He urged unity, peace among unions, and compliance with government policies while commending the governor's achievements. Report has it that the Edo State government has approved the renovation of urban market constructions of key roads, including one to former Governor Obaseki's village, and released funds for multiple infrastructure projects. This includes a second flyover fertilizer warehouse, a 100-bed hospital, and a new traffic agency office. Additionally, the state plans to revive the Igara cattle ranch to promote ranching and enhance food security. A report making the round in some newspaper indicate that tensions are building in Oyo State over a proposed amendment to the Council of Obas and Chiefs Law. The bill, currently at its secondary reading in the State House of Assembly, reportedly aimed to designate the Alafin of Oyo as the permanent chairman of the council, effectively scrapping the rotational leadership system introduced in 2011. According to the reports, the move has drawn sharp opposition from prominent Ibadan groups, including the Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes and local traditional leaders, who argue that the chairmanship should remain rotational. They are said to have cautioned lawmakers against politicizing the issue, stressing Ibadan's pivotal role in the history and leadership of the Yoruba people. Meanwhile, some Oyo community leaders have reportedly endorsed the amendment and expressed appreciation for recent government actions regarding traditional institutions. Let's take a brief commercial break. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Super Media Television. Please don't go away.
I want to use this opportunity to invite you to Taraba State, the nature's gift to the nation, for the 2025 Taraba State International Investment Summit called Taravest. The summit will bring together top stakeholders from government, businesses, and global players to promote strategic investment opportunity in Taraba State. We welcome all Nigerians and investors from all over the world as we showcase the abundant investment opportunities our state, the nature's gift to humanity, has to offer.
Taravest is a global convergence of top international, government, and private sector stakeholders for sustainable business partnership in Taraba State. Theme: Unlocking Taraba's investment potentials, advancing agriculture, energy, mining, and industrialization for sustainable growth and development. Date: Wednesday, May 21, 2025 in Jalingo, Taraba State. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. Taravest, showcasing Taraba, Africa's new investment frontier.
Welcome back. On to international news. Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 146 Palestinians in the past 24 hours, with more than 300 reported deaths since Thursday, marking one of the deadliest surges in the ongoing Gaza war. The escalation, described by Israel as part of Operation Gideon's Chariot, signal a broadened military push aimed at defeating Hamas and securing the release of hostages taken during the October 2023 attack. The UN's top human rights officials, Volker Turk, condemned the intensifying bombardments and blocked under humanitarian aid as tantamount to ethnic cleansing. This appeared to the push for a permanent demographic shift in Gaza. He said UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres echoed the call for permanent ceasefire at the Arab League summit in Bakhmut, where regional leaders pledged $40 million in construction aid for Gaza and Lebanon. Israel military build-up along Gaza borders coincides with its refusal to lift a 10-week blockade that has fueled fervent fear and crippled access to health care. Over 53,000 Palestinians have been killed since the war began, according to Gaza's health ministry, with children disproportionately affected. The offensive comes as ceasefire talks resume in Qatar, Although previous negotiation collapsed in March, former U.S. President Donald Trump's recent Middle East tour failed to advance peace perspective instead. His comments about turning Gaza into a freedom zone were widely interpreted as support for external control of the enclave. Israel, backed by the U.S., plans to distribute aid through militarized hub run by private contractors. Bypassing established UN channels, humanitarian agencies have warned the strategy way amounts to forced displacements and violates international law. Experts said the situation in Gaza has reached a humanitarian tipping point. The UN has repeatedly called for Israel to restore access to vital supplies, warning that continued blockades could lead to mass starvation. On business news, a federal high court in Abuja has ruled that the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission lacked the authority to suspend or set prices for pay TV series without a presidential directive. The case stemmed from FCCPC's attempt to halt multi-choice tariff increase, which the court deemed a violation of the company's rights. Justice James Omotosho emphasized that Nigeria's free market allows service providers to set their own prices and warned against regulatory overreach that could deter investments. The court rejected FCCPC's claim that MultiChoice holds a dominant market position, noting that its services are non-essential. Stakeholders have called for regulatory fairness, urging collaboration between FCCPC and MultiChoice in consumers' interest amidst Nigeria's economic challenges. On entertainment news, 16-year-old David Oluwatuni Oke co-hosted the 2025 African Magic Viewers' Choice Award alongside veteran broadcaster Ike Osakiogun, marking a significant milestone in his budding entertainment career. Born in the UK and raised in a musically inclined family, David began performing at events from a young age and gained wider recognition after appearing at Flytime Fest and the Hades. His MVC debut came through Route 14 Studios with minimal rehearsals but strong mentorship from Osakio Dua, whom David praised for his support in addition to hosting. David is also an accomplished instrumentalist and vocalist. He plans to pursue further studies in music and IT in the United States while continuing to take on creative projects that align with his academic commitments. David's poised talents and drive have positioned him as a rising star in Nigerian entertainment scene. On sport news, Enugu State Governor Dr. Peter Mbah has expressed interest in partnering with Guinness Nigerian PLC to boost sports development in the state. Speaking during the presentations of the English Premier League trophy by Guinness at the Enugu Government House, Mbah highlighted ongoing projects including the renovation of Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium and Ango Game Village, ahead of the 2026 National Sport Festival. He emphasized the state's rich sports history and called for deeper collaboration with Guinness. Guinness Nigerian's Corporate Relations Director, Ratimi Odusola, praised Enugu's contribution to Nigerian sports and commended the governor's developmental strides. That's all for this edition of News at 9 p.m. from Psalm TV. Before we go, here is a recap of the major headlines. On the national news, Boko Haram kills 3 CJTF operatives in Adamawa village. Attack as NSCDC dismantle illegal fluorides mining site in Dume, Song local governments, Adamawa State. Zulum signed executive order on tree felling amid renewed Borno attack. Wike highlights Tinubu infrastructure impact in FCT as NBA refuses 300 million naira refund over Rivers Conference relocation. International news. Israeli airstrike kills 146 as Gaza war escalates as UN warns of ethnic cleansing. Business news. Court rules that FCC lacks power to fix pay TV prices in support multi-choice rights. Entertainment news. 16-year-old David Okwe co-hosts 2025 MVC hailed as rising entertainment star. Sport news. Governor Mba seeks Guinea's partnership to boost ports in Enugu. Before we wrap up tonight's news, here is an important reminder as part of Som TV's commitment to national development and shining the spotlight on Taraba State. There are just 4 days to go before Taraba State hosts its highly anticipated groundbreaking investment summit, and the spotlight is only getting brighter. As part of our social corporate responsibility, Som TV, in collaboration with the Taraba State Ministry of Information and Reorientation, proudly presents the powerful documentary series titled Come to Taraba and Invest in Taraba, coming up daily at 8 p.m. until May 21st, 2025. The series explores the rich yet often overlooked investment potential across all 16 local government areas of Taraba State, a state quickly rising as Nigerians' hidden economic treasure. You can watch the series on free-to-air, Strong, CSAT, or NISA decoders. And if you miss any episode, don't worry, full replay are available on our social media platform. Follow us on Facebook at Som TV and subscribe to our YouTube channels and Som TV Live to catch up anytime. This is not just a documentary, it's a wake-up call. Taraba is open. Taraba is ready for investors. The time to act is now. Taraba is calling. Will you answer? Stay tuned for more lined up of program from Som TV. I am Bridget James. Thank you for watching and good night.
I want to use this opportunity to invite you to Taraba State, the nature's gift to the nation, for the 2025 Taraba State International Investment Summit called Taravest. The summit will bring together top stakeholders from government, businesses, and global players to promote strategic investment opportunity in Taraba State. We welcome all Nigerians and investors from all over the world as we showcase the abundant investment opportunities our state, the nature's gift to humanity, has to offer.
Taravest is a global convergence of top international, government, and private sector stakeholders for sustainable business partnership in Taraba State. Theme: Unlocking Taraba's investment potentials, advancing agriculture, energy, mining, and industrialization for sustainable growth and development. Date: Wednesday, May 21, 2025 in Jalingo, Taraba State.